Hi Cancer, it's Meg with Padmes, and I'm doing your mid-month love reading for November 2020. We are calling in our angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light. I don't want to talk to anybody else. And we're getting anyone who has Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Any cross watchers. And just asking for your energy in the moment, your energy around love, your love frequencies around you for November 2020. Cancer, there we go. Let's see what we have going on here, Cancer. Okay. The first thing that I'm hearing, Cancer, is it's the right thing to do. I'm just hearing those words. Your guides are saying it's the right thing to do. And that being said, the heart of the situation is talking about doing something. It's like doing something that feels unjust, that is in fact the right thing to do. This to me could indicate a breakup, Cancer, or it could indicate some kind of truth being told that somebody else is not going to want to hear, but it's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to say. It's the right thing to reveal. It's the right thing to, I even want to say expose. So let's look a little bit more into this thing. This, of course, could be you, Cancer, needing to voice something. All these swords, there is a lot of communication going on. There are lots of pentacles here. I feel like there's planning happening, planning for the future. I'm hearing there's some adjustment in energy. I'm hearing light code downloads, light codes. There's some frequency shifting happening with you, Cancer. I'm feeling your guides coming in also. These are guides that are supporting you through this. Yeah, I'm even hearing you've been having a lot of support around some tough times. So let's get into this. Your big picture is talking about making some decisions. Finally taking some action, making some decisions, perhaps after a long period of time where action has not been taken. And happening now and into the near future, it's like, I'm still waiting, I'm still wondering, I've got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. It's like I have 1 foot in one country and 1 foot in another country. Like even that much of a distance, like that much of a difference. It's like a completely different society, a different bubble of energy. So happening now and into the near future, it's like I'm still going back and forth. Coming from a place of, what I'm hearing is getting to the soul truth, being curious about the soul truth, getting to the soul truth, figuring out what to communicate, how to communicate, what needs to be communicated, what needs to happen. Coming from that place, and since we're talking about coming from that place, let's go to past, present, future. So in the past, this is the secret keeper, the secret keeping, something going on there. Or, I mean, it is a secret, but also it's like a major incubation. I'm looking at this. I know this. It's not confusion, but it's definitely keeping something inside, being curious about it, looking at it, wondering about it, seeing it, rolling it around, but there's not really confusion. Okay, your higher self is talking about past lives. It's also talking about caretaking. Your higher self is talking about caretaking, past lives. Well, this is interesting. I'm also seeing someone, right? This just popped out too. This is a this is someone's situation, or this is a story that's going to make sense to somebody. Not everybody, but I'm seeing someone that's coming from a really big family, even looks like maybe the youngest child of a really big family, or the second to youngest child of a really big family. And but they're adults now. It feels like parents have passed, even like they're adults with their own children. And there's some type of, I don't know if it's a family gathering or if it's just the family talking and being together. It looks like um, this is a father figure. This is disappointment. There's some kind of disappointment. Oh, and I'm hearing that it's a disappointment with a brother. So there's something going on with someone around that. This is a love reading, Cancer. So with somebody's brother, there's disappointment with somebody else's brother. Not with somebody else's. It's like somebody has a family that they're close with and they're disappointed in their brother. This is a love reading, but somebody needed to hear something about that. Is there anything else? Right. Okay. So your higher self is talking about a decision being made in love, and here is perhaps the brother's wife. So here's the couple. Somebody is reversed, the masculine energy in that group, and the feminine energy is coming in to do some healing, do some healing. I even feel like maybe someone passed and there's some heartbreak around that. This is somebody's story, but it's not everybody's story today. But that is coming in really strongly, and someone, a guide was coming in really strongly with like supportive energy around that. Maybe even the brother. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. That's somebody's story. Now, for others of you, this higher self message has to do with past lives and has to do with possibly holding on to past life situations or past life themes and patterns that you're ready to release and let go of. You really just don't need to be holding on to those anymore. They are themes and patterns within relationships. And even your angels and guides are saying you're not giving yourself enough credit, you're not giving yourself enough, you're not acknowledging your worthiness enough. You're almost there, but you're not quite there. You need to shed some light on your own situation and perhaps not be the caretaker so much. Let somebody else take care of you for a change, Cancer. Release the idea that things have to move slowly. They seem like they have been moving slowly. They are moving slowly. I feel like this is your choice, Cancer. This is your choice. But release the idea that you have to go at a snail's pace. You don't. Also, release the idea that you have to continue creating a foundation in a place where you might not want to create that foundation anymore. You might get to that soul truth where you're like, I've got to create a foundation in a different way, maybe even somewhere else. I will say this, Cancer, there is resistance to having faith in the universe and jumping off the cliff and knowing that your wings are going to sprout and you're going to fly instead of fall down into the crevasse. So, what is it? Why are you having these? What's up with the resistance? The resistance has to do with not wanting to hurt someone else. The resistance has to do with wanting things to be easy and effortless. The thing is, Cancer, I don't think that you can get around this. I also want to say caretaking other people's feelings. You're basically just not in charge. You're not responsible for other people's feelings. You do have to take care of the things that you need. You have to follow your own truth. So here, presently, it's like I have a lot of anxiety when I open my heart chakra. When I'm compassionate and I'm opening my heart to receive, it's like when I want to do what I want to do and connect with my own truth and my own identity, I experience a lot of anxiety and grief. Why is that? Oh, goodness, because you're stabbing somebody in the back, or you're basically not telling somebody what it is that they want to hear. You're saying the thing that I want is exactly the opposite from the thing that you want. There's something like that. There's disappointment. And your trajectory is talking about, okay, this is regretful. This is regret. And sadness. Is that your regret and sadness? Yeah, that's not yours. Even though this is difficult and this is hard and you're not wanting to hurt anyone, Cancer, that's not your regret and sadness. It's somebody else's regret and sadness. You are able to see a different storyline. You're able to see a different story from the past. Let's ask about this other person that you're upset about upsetting. Oh man, ultimately, they're going to be victorious. They're going to come out of this really nicely, even if it's hard at first, right? They are acknowledging the breakup. They're acknowledging the breakup. And they don't necessarily know how it's going to work out. They don't know that they're going to actually come out victorious. How victorious? This is so fascinating. So they are coming out. When I ask about what kind of victory are they going to have, it can be commitment, it can be marriage, but this could be another commitment, another marriage. But what I'm really feeling like this is for most stories here is that they come out victorious because they have connected with their higher self in a way that they haven't been able to before. They are able to get to a different level of themselves that they were not able to get to before because of this. Wow, Cancer. I just want to know the energy of the relationship around this. The energy around the relationship between you and this person. Two cards want to come out. Wow. Okay. So instead of this representing an actual person, when I ask about the relationship between you and this other person that you feel like you're going to hurt, it's more like intrinsically they are able to rekindle or get in touch with this fire within them, this intrinsic fire within them, this inspiration inside of them, and they're able to see love in a different way. Both of you really are able to do this. So when I ask how does this help you coming together, both of you are able to get into that place inside of yourselves that you can see the fire, and you're even able to accept offers of love. This can be actual offers of love, like a new relationship, but this can also be offers of love around things that you love, things that you love, things that you love to do. Your higher self is talking about you being able to get back to yourself and like kind of be in your own juices, be in your own energy. I'm hearing clairvoyantly also be able to see differently because you're in your own space. And this other person is able to feel some freedom because they felt perhaps burdened with so much responsibility, maybe even more than you realized, more than you knew. Okay, Cancer. Let's look at the Magpie Oracle here. And I want to know about this other person with the Magpie Oracle. Wow. Here's the Life Preserver. Here's the Life Preserver. They are saved. They have a Life Preserver. You actually don't need to worry about them. This could also be like such, on one hand, it's like they've got a lot of guides around them that are helping them. On the other hand, this is a lot of people that are throwing them a lifeline. They have a ton of support. They have more support than you realize too. So don't feel like they are alone. They're not alone. Okay, I want to ask the Lenormand some things. I feel like you, right, something's going to happen. I won't even say shockingly, but something is going to happen with all of this waiting going on in this kind of back and forth business, and you've got one foot over here and one foot over here, there's going to be an abrupt change. And this is November, Cancer. So, right, with all this feeling of sadness because you are hurting someone with the truth, don't take this on and keep it in your field, because this is going to be able to wash through. It's going to be able to like wash over the rocks and go forward. So keep that in mind, Cancer. This isn't going to be, it might feel really harsh and sad and hurtful right now, but I feel like even in 6 months, everybody's going to be in such a different place. It's not like someone's never going to recover from this. They're going to recover from this, actually, in a pretty victorious way. And you're going to be on a new journey. Okay, so there's nothing for you to be like, hey, wait a minute. It's more like, yay, good. Being grateful and thankful that everyone was able to take the past and move forward into it. I haven't talked about your advice, but your advice is literally release patterns and themes that don't serve you. This also looks like um, an outdated pattern or theme, something that's been going on for a long time that is ready to evolve. I want to look at the trajectory. Right. I do feel like it's almost like you're going to be made to feel guilty. Will you please tell me a little bit about that? Somebody might even write you literally a letter. You might get an email, you might get a letter. This might not be from the person, but it might be from someone who feels like they are saving them or standing up for them or whatever. What I also feel like is it ain't none of their never mind. It's none of their business, and they don't need to be doing that. But just be prepared. You might be receiving some kind of letter or email or Facebook message from somebody who's not so happy with what's going on, but they don't know what's going on with you. They don't know what's going on. So they don't have any reason to have any conversation about this at all. Somebody feels entitled though, so we'll just be ready for something like that. Let's see. I want to know more about the heart of the situation, please. Ooh, the heart of the situation is also talking about the truth coming up and out, having to say something that feels unjust. And it is about possible feelings. This could be possible feelings for life moving forward. I just want to have a life in a different way. I just want to have life in a different way, be a different way. This could also mean I have another relationship and I want to pursue that other relationship, and that's the truth of it. Okay, I want to look at your advice through Lenormand, and then we will get to your love oracle, Cancer. Advice: pigs in the mud. It's like when I see this, a lot of times I feel like go relax, go detox, go to the spa. It's not my spa card, but it is like pigs in the mud. It's like totally love and relish everything that you are grateful for around you. Just be happy and grateful and joyful about the things that you love that are around you. And of course, that always creates more of that. So the more you love your car, the more you're going to get a new one. The more you love your office space, the more there's going to be another office space that is bigger and better and available, and someone's going to offer it to you, that kind of thing. So love, love, love what you got. I don't know why I want to pull more, but I just do. Right. Wow. And your higher self is talking about even more romance coming toward you. All right, Cancer. Let's look at your love oracle for this month. What do your angels and guides want to tell you about all of this love coming your way in November? Feels like you're having to make some separations, but there's also lots of love coming toward you. Flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others. So this is about keeping it light and not getting so entrenched and involved in the sadness of everything. Healing family issues. And that's pretty interesting. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. That's always the case. I'm also feeling like healing family issues might have something to do with this little letter to you. Okay, and attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. This is like staying in the present is going to allow you to not take things personally and not stay in the sadness of what's going on here, but to be in the present, be in your heart space, be in your tiny space within the sacred space of your heart. Live from that place. Do this with love and compassion. This is the most loving and compassionate thing that you can do, is speak the truth of your heart. That's what I feel like, Cancer. Whew, doozy. Thank you for being with me today, Cancer. I hope you have a great rest of your month. And I'm looking forward to your Tarotscope in December. Can't believe it. Bye, Cancer.